Hi, Grandma Debbie here. All right, so I've been going through my pantry and my freezer and even my dresser drawers and my closet, just getting rid of things and using things up and so I noticed that we had a couple of ingredients in our pantry that needed to get used up, needed to be moved forward and used up. They were stuck in the back and nobody knew they were there, and so I figured it's a perfect time to do it. So we're going to be making slow cooker Salsa Verde chicken chili tonight for dinner. And to go along with it, we're going to be having some corn muffins. The corn muffins are coming out of a cookbook that I've had forever and a day. It was my mom's, and then she gave it to me, and I've used it for so long. The other recipe is actually coming from All Recipe, which is something I watch on YouTube. And so we're going to get started. I think it's going to be a great night to have it, and so that's what we're going to do. And I'm going to bring you along with me. So let's get going. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make chili seasoning. It calls for a white chili seasoning. I couldn't find one at the grocery store, so we're going to make our own. So we're going to start off with, well, I don't know. We're going to start off with 3 teaspoons of cumin. Whoops. And then we're going to do 2 teaspoons of oregano. Then we're going to do 2 teaspoons of onion powder. Okay, not this one. Might as well use the one that's already open. Okay, how many? 2 teaspoons. And then we're going to do 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. And 1 teaspoon of salt. I think it's 1 teaspoon. Yep, 1 teaspoon of salt. And then you're going to add a little bit of cayenne and a little bit of sugar. So I'm going to do, I think I'm going to do about a half a teaspoon of sugar. And I'm probably going to do just 1/4 of a teaspoon of cayenne. All right, and now we're just going to mix this up. Okay, got that all mixed up. Okay, so we're going to get started now that we've made our sauce. So we're going to put in a chicken breast. We're going to add in our chili seasoning. And we're going to add in 1 can of white beans. Now, I didn't say to drain them, and I'm not going to. I'm just going to, oh man, that chili sauce is like potent. Okay, so we got that in. We're going to add in we're going to add in chicken broth. We're going to do 16 ounces of chicken broth. We're going to add in 1 jar of salsa verde. 1 can of creamed corn. And then you're going to add in 1 can of diced green chilies. And 1 can of diced jalapenos. Then we're going to do a half a teaspoon of minced garlic. That's a little more. All right, I'm going to stir this up a little bit. All right, then we're going to add in, whoops, I need to move my lid. All right, so I can push this out of the way. Then we're going to add in 1 onion that we're going to finely chop, along with some celery that we're also going to finely chop. So let's do the celery first. All right, and then we're gonna add this in. Then we're gonna do 1 onion. And you're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna dice it up. All right, we're gonna add that as well. Okay, we're gonna kind of stir it all up. Everything in here. Now we will be adding another can of beans, but that's going to be towards the end, and we're going to mash those up. Okay, I'm gonna put the lid on. All right, so we're going to cook this on high for about 3 hours. We're just going to let it go. All right, and I will bring you back. So for tonight's dinner, we're going to be making corn cakes, and I'm getting them out of this recipe book. This book was my mom's, and it's now mine. And I've been curious. It's an old book, and I don't know. You know how they usually say when it was when they made it. This one doesn't say it. Darn, I was hoping to give you a little bit of interesting facts here. Maybe it does up here. No, it doesn't. Oh well. All right, so we're going to make corn cakes from this recipe, and we're having them with dinner, or from this recipe book. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. So we're going to get started. The corn cakes are going to be done in a muffin pan, and I don't like to just use the muffin pans. I like to use the silicone in them, so that's what we're going to do. All right, let's get going. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get our muffin pan ready, and as I told you, I like to use the silicone inserts. It just comes out, they come out easier. So that's what we're going to do. And this recipe is supposed to make 12. I also am warming up my corn a little bit because it was in the freezer, so it was freezing cold. All right, so we got that done. We're just going to kind of move it off to the side. Oh, we don't have that done. I missed one. I guess I can't count. All right. So my corn just beeped. So we're going to take our corn. It says to squish it or to crush it. I'm not going to do that. I am going to do a little bit, I guess. I'm just going to kind of mush it a little bit, but I don't want it too mushed. Otherwise, I'd have just used cream corn. So I am going to crush it just a tad bit. And I am preheating my oven to 350. Okay, that looks good. Okay. All right. Then we're going to add half a cup of milk, and I guess I should have kept my measuring cup so I could do my milk. Half a cup of milk. And 2 teaspoons of sugar. And 2 eggs. All right, then we're going to mix this till it's all mixed together. Okay, let's see how it's looking so far. All right, it's looking good. All right, now we're going to add in 3/4 cup of flour. And then we're going to add in a teaspoon of baking powder. And then we're going to add in a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and I forgot to grab the salt. Okay, and then we're going to mix this all up. And that's all there is to this so far. Pretty simple little recipe, right? You just want to make for sure that you get it all mixed up together. Okay, now I'm going to grab my muffin tin. And you're only going to fill them 2/3 full. All right, and as you can tell, this took little to no time to get it all mixed together. So it's going to go in the oven for 15 to 20 minutes, and just until they're browned. And I will bring you back when they're done. Okay, guys, so earlier when I put this on, I put it on warm instead of on high. My fault. But that's okay, because we're not eating dinner for another couple of hours, so it'll be fine. All right, so I'm going to add the other thing of beans. Now it says to blend them. I'm not blending these. And clearly I'm just going to take my handy dandy little thing here and just break them down. Also, we'll be doing this with the chicken when the chicken is cooked a little more and able to shred. So I'm just kind of mushing them a little bit just to kind of thicken the sauce a little bit. It's smelling really good in the house. All right, so I'm going to put the lid back on and let it continue cooking for another couple of hours until it's done. Okay, so I just got the muffins out of the oven. It took 20 minutes. I am going to let them cool, and then we'll enjoy them with dinner. But don't they look wonderful? Here's what they look like. And I'm so glad I used the silicone because it'll be easier to get them out once they cool down because it's super hot. All right, so this is what they're looking like. Can't wait to enjoy them with dinner. A couple of them could have used a little more batter or a little less, whichever, but it is what it is. Okay, so the chicken is done, and now we need to shred it. And so we're going to use this nifty little gadget here to shred it. And my husband has shown up to do the work.
Hi, folks. Happy day.
So you just put the chicken in this thing, and then you dump things all over the counter.
So there is.
There was a whole chicken breast. I don't know. That might be all there is. Nope.
Probably should have put 2 breasts in there.
Right?
Wow. Oh, there's some more.
Oh.
I think it looks good.
Now we're going to serve this over rice, which was a last minute decision on my part. Okay, so you put it in there and you just go like that. You get a workout while you're doing it, and you get it all shredded. And it takes no time at all. Look at that. You can also do that with pork. And then you're going to dump it in the container. Or even beef, if you have to shred beef. You can do that too. And we got this nifty little gadget on Amazon. All right, cool. So we're going to mix it all up, put it over some rice, and enjoy some dinner. So I just want to thank you for coming along with me on this journey. I hope that you're having an amazing day and everything's going really well for you. I hope that you're enjoying your spring and that your weather is amazing wherever you live and that you're getting out and enjoying it. Also, hit that like, hit the share, and hit the subscribe button. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.